Close my eyes, open my heart. The song around me, Trinity, perfectly harmony. Chorus stills my mind to your place in kind. A wondrous sign in surround. Walls come down from the choir's sound of healing voices, bended knee, my soul you feed, and I receive. Bring the light to the dark of the night, and clear my sight in surround. I feel the current of your mercy. Your gift flows from the melody. For you are the Almighty. Surround me, surround me, Lord, surround me. I forgot how to be lost and weary. With all your love, surround me, surround me, surround me, Lord, surround me. And the company, blessed and free, in all your glory. Warning's gone, new day's dawn, and I belong. A peace within covers my sin. Born again in surround. I feel the current of your mercy. Your gift flows from the melody. For you are the Almighty. Surround, surround me, surround me, surround me. Feel the current surround me. Your gift flows surround me. The Almighty surround me. To strengthen my soul, to fortify me, surround me. To strengthen my soul, to fortify me, oh Lord, surround me. Wherever I'm sent, make me an instrument. I'll sing forever for you. I'm in your plans, and I'll be your hands and feet now. I'll be forever for you. All of my days, forever, for always. You're the potter and I'm the clay. Mold me in your own way. Forever you're in my heart to stay. Whoever you've sent, I'll be a testament in praise for you forever. And when in strife, it's a no pain, no gain part of life. I'll just keep on thanking you forever, yeah. All of my days, forever, for always. You're the potter and I'm the clay. Mold me in your own way. Forever, for you're in my heart to stay. And when they put me to the test, I'll turn it over for you. We'll do all the rest. Heaven sent a divine appointment forever from you to guide me through while I play my rhythm and blues, strum and stride forever. All of my days, forever, for always. You're the potter and I'm the clay. Mold me in your own way. Forever, for you're in my heart to stay. Forever, time will always be on our side. Fun goes by too fast, but it's gonna last you forever. I will always be you forever. Dogs and dolphins come from heavenly places with joyful traces of your smile on their faces. Dogs and dolphins, so loyal and true, they say I'll go anywhere, just as long as I'm with you. Dogs and dolphins, they are all that is good. Love the way we all should, naturally understood. Dance is the ocean, best friend's devotion. Explore your splendor, savor adventure. Thrive on land, sky, and sea. Run and swim, so easy and free. Forever unto my connection to you. Dogs and dolphins, to a stellar ovation. Play in a star-bright show of light from 1,000,000 years ago. Explore your splendor, savor adventure. Thrive on land, sky, and sea. Run and swim, so easy and free. My connection to you. Dogs and dolphins, they befriend the soul of man. They speak and we understand. We're all in the palm of your hand. In the midst of your majesty, you will always be right here with me. I've been reaching for the meaning. I've been searching just to know of what I've heard of life in your word. Live and let go of control. Holy Spirit, fill my very soul. I've been hoping for a message. I've been praying for the answer. I must confess, need your righteousness. I stop and turn to face you. So help me, God, and tell me what to do. Shall find as you touch my heart and open my mind. You're perfect every time. You're perfect every time. Your time is perfectly in line for the light to shine. Not your ways of divine. There's so much more in store for all mankind. song. Jesus, you've been with me all along. Seek you first and you shall find. As you touch my heart and open my mind, you're perfect every time.
You're perfect every time.
Your time is perfectly in line for the light to shine. You're perfect every time. When we met by chance and yet somehow I just knew it was always you. You're my home, far away from when I was alone. Noble woman, our souls have chosen. Our hearts are woven, sure as the shine comes from the sun. All the while in life and trial, beauty lines your smile. Road to discovery, how we came to be, how you bring out the best in me. God, we believe, given in His love, we receive. Design from the divine. Noble woman by my side. Noble woman till the day I die. Gonna be as one. Noble woman, passion in your eyes. Noble woman, I feel so alive. In love, we laugh and cry in harmony for every reason why. Chosen. Our hearts are sure as the shine comes from the sun. We were born to be as one. We were born to be as one. Close my eyes, open my heart. The song around me, Trinity, perfectly harmony. Chorus stills my mind to your place in kind. A wondrous sign in surround. Walls come down from the choir's sound of healing voices, bended knee, my soul you feed, and I receive. Bring the light to the dark of night, and clear my sight in surround. Feel the current of your mercy. Your gift flows from the melody. For you are the Almighty. Surround me. Surround me, Lord, surround me. I forgot how to be lost and weary. With all your love, surround me. Surround me, surround me, Lord, surround me. And the company, blessed and free, in all your glory, warning's gone, new day's dawn, and I belong. Peace within covers my sin. Born again in surround. I feel the current of your mercy. Your gift flows from the melody. You are the Almighty. Surround, surround me, surround me, surround me. Feel the current surround me. Your gift flows surround me. The Almighty surround me to strengthen my soul, to fortify me. Surround me to strengthen my soul, to fortify me. Oh Lord, surround me. instrument. I'll sing forever for you. I'm in your plans and I'll be your hands and feet now. I'll be forever for you. All of my days, forever, for always. You're the potter and I'm the clay. Mold me in your own way. Forever you're in my heart to stay. Whoever you've sent, I'll be a testament in praise for you forever. And when in strife, it's a no pain, no gain part of life. I'll just keep on thanking you forever, yeah. All of my days, forever, for always.
Been looking around, thinking about the state of our world, and it seems to me we could use some change. You know, if more people understood our brotherhood, seems to me we could heal some pain with just one bit of love, one bit of caring, some reaching out and sharing. Just one hand from everyone. One little action could start a chain reaction. Let's make a chain reaction, chain of love.
Thank you so much for being our founding members. Our dream is to take our families from refugees to free.
In life, you don't always get to see the difference you made.
But at Refugee Film School, you do.
I'm Ali. I'm 14 years old and I'm from Afghanistan.
I'm Khadista, I'm 13 years old and I'm from Afghanistan.
The pandemic has been hard for refugee families because our fathers can't work. For some families, being out of work means being out of food.
Thank you so much for being our founding members. Being able to work with you this year was a hand up for us. And in case some of you don't know about all the ways we can help you in the coming year, here are some ideas.
For Miss Jana, this year, we were editing TEDx videos.
Robin Thompson is the author of a new book, Putting the Fun Back in Fundraising. We have done over 30 videos for her, and she releases 3 per week.
We edited content videos for Dr. Michelle May and Dr. Karen Wolf.
For Dr. Pam Corsi, we edited videos for her courses to help people suffering from anxiety.
We work for her every week. So, she also started a video cast with Miss Jana where she makes funny videos about friendship.
Miss Begin came to film school and we were really excited to meet her. I got to interview her and we made a really great and motivational video just from the advice she gave to us.
Everything you have done has helped us to earn, and that is what we want to do. Learn to earn for good.
This year, we will not only be your editors, we will be your refugee assistants, helping you with all your social media tasks.
Instead of just being your editors, now we want to assist you in going further, faster this year.
Thank you for being our founding members. Our dream is to take our families from refugees to free. You're helping us build a bridge from refugees to free digitally.
just 1 year ago with the help of a few friends. So please welcome Miss Jana Stanfield.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so glad you are here. And what are you here for? We're together for good karma. Come on in. Come on in. We're together for good karma. Come on in. Come on in. Only thing we take a stand for is, okay, let me do that again. At Refugee Film School, we can be excellent without being perfect. So we're together for good karma. Come on in, come on in. We're together for good karma. Come on in, come on in. Only thing we take a stand for is both and. We're together for good karma. Come on in. This song is still in process, so the lyrics are the paint is still wet on these lyrics. If you have a better idea, I'm open to free ideas. We're together for good karma. Come on in, come on in. We're together for good karma. Come on in, come on in. Bring your daddy and your mama. Just don't bring no drama. We're together for good karma. Come on in. We're together for good karma. We're together for good, side by side. Together for good, heart to heart. I did it wrong. Okay. We're together for good, heart to heart. Together for good. For good, hand in hand. Here's where you get the lines all in order. Together for good, worldwide, worldwide, worldwide. We're together for good karma. Come on in. See how it works when you get the puzzle pieces all just right. We're together for good karma. Come on in, come on in. We're together for good karma. Come on in, come on in. Only thing we take a stand for is both and. We're together for good karma. Come on in. Woohoo! Woohoo! So this week I did a big program. Half of the money going to myself, half of the money going to Together for Good for Refugee Film School. And during that program, after the first song, I stood up just like I'm about to do. And I want you guys to see what happened. I am not one of those people who says, I do everything perfectly and everything I do is right. Because as soon as I stood up with my guitar, this is what happens. And because I have improv training and everyone should have improv training, here's the only thing you can do when something like that happens. You go, ta-da! So as I introduce this fundraiser, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about green screens, which is that they're pretty easy to work with once you get used to them. But you kind of have to be careful if they're right over your head because they can just go over in a nanosecond. And it's a good thing that at Refugee Film School, we have a motto. Oh, we've got so many mottos. One of our mottos is, we can be excellent without being perfect. We can be excellent without being perfect. And so we're going to practice that tonight. Every day we practice that because we have bigger things to be concerned about than whether we're doing things perfectly, because we are here to do good in the world. We don't just have slogans. We turn them into songs. That's what songwriters do, is take a good idea and create an earworm of it for you. Together, 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 together we can change the world. 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 By the way, when something like that happens to you on Zoom and you get to you get to do a big ta-da, that's when you sing the song. Nothing I can do about it now. Nothing I can do about it now. Nothing I can do, nothing I can do, nothing I can do about it now. Except use it as a lesson for other people that we can be excellent without being perfect. So I'm going to try to do a lot of the songs that you like tonight, including this one that I was so grateful so many of you wrote to me about when you saw this on commercials. And I know some of you were worried that I might not get credit for it or get paid. Both are good. Getting credit and getting paid are good. I want you to know that I did get paid. And that went right over to help Refugee Film School, because I walk my talk with this song. Yes, I did get paid. We cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that we can do. It's been so wonderful to have Refugee Film School this year, to be helping out with those kind of bonuses. We cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that we can do. We cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good we can do. We cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good we can do. No puedo hacer todo lo bueno que el mundo necesita, pero el mundo necesita todo lo bueno que puedo hacer. I want to introduce somebody really special right now. And a lot of you already know this person. Her name is Meryl Baruchen Spielman. She is celebrating Hanukkah right now in Colorado at her home for wayward deer and wild animals. Meryl, what is it that you call your home?
Deer Haven.
Deer Haven. That's right, Deer Haven. Meryl Spielman is someone I'm so grateful for. Meryl, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful to you for every international trip that you organized because I couldn't. For every person you talked to before every international trip who was concerned or afraid or didn't know how to do something, I am taking responsibility for the fact that I am so global that kind of stuff is just like, I don't have time for your germophobia. If you've got germophobia, don't come. But Meryl, you were so kind to everyone. And I'm thinking especially of Julene with her two sons, James and John, who were such a gift to us. And
Yes.
Julene might never have made it if you hadn't helped her do all the things she needed to do to take her two sons in their 20s on the most beautiful trip that we got to share with them. Meryl, thank you so much. Would you introduce your video in whatever way you want?
I have a delightful daughter, and I wanted to surprise her with a grateful video. And so when I heard that this was a project that Refugee Film School was doing, was taking photos of their past, of memories, and putting it to the music Grateful that Jana wrote. I said, I'm in for this. And it's wonderful, and it's full of memories for her, for me, and for all of our families. So thank you. This is my daughter and her excursions. There's moose, there's rock climbing. I didn't know we were going to do this. I'm elated that I get to share it with everyone. This is my family. Thank you. And thank you, Jana. My life blossomed being your right-hand trip person and being there for all of the concerns that people have when they haven't traveled in the past. And I appreciate the trust that you had in me to deal with every person on the trip who had issues, and know that my middle name is Patience. And
I think that's probably because Meryl was a lifetime special ed specialist. For everyone who knows what special ed is, because you've had a child or a child you've loved who benefited from a special education that was customized to their needs. Meryl is the person who has spent her lifetime learning how to teach special students. And now she's the Dean of Refugee Film School, helping the most special students. You know, I think every student is special to the person who loves them. I love our students. And Meryl, I love it that you treat every student as completely special and wonderful, as these refugee students should be treated special and wonderful and a gift to the world. Thank you, Meryl.
Thank you. I love our students dearly. And as all of you tonight get to hear the students and get to know the students, they are unique, they are wonderful, they are special. And please remember that English is not their first language when you hear them talking. They're multilingual. They're phenomenal, they're brilliant, and Conjesta, you're amazing. You're all amazing. I love you all.
Thank you so much, Ms. Meryl. Thank you so much, Ms. Jana.
So we're going to watch this video of Meryl and her family, the special daughter that she has raised, who is now helping other people's very special children.
Yes. So enjoy the video. And if you're inspired, we'll do the videos for your families as well. Thank you.
Oh, I love that. So everybody, that's what we're doing for everyone. We're having a $10,000 fundraiser right now. And the $10,000 fundraiser, there are a couple of benefits if you give generously. Benefits. One is for every $2,000 that we meet, I'm going to shave off part of my head so that by New Year's Eve, I hope to be bald. That is my ambition, to be bald by New Year's Eve. And Pam and I wrote a little rhyme this afternoon. Pam, I don't know if do you have our little rhyme? We were making this rhyme this afternoon. You don't have our rhyme. I might have a little bit of our rhyme, but before that, Pam, I want to introduce Dr. Pam Garci, and I want to introduce Ann Pogue to introduce the next song, because these two beloved friends of mine, Ann Pogue and Dr. Pam Garci, were there every day of Refugee Film School. Every day of Refugee Film School, I was trying to do a Facebook Live, but I was scared. I was scared to go to school. I was scared to do my Facebook Live. And every day, these two women were the only people who watched my Facebook Lives from Refugee Film School. They're the only people who watched them. Dr. Pam and Ann, I want to thank you both so much. And Ann, could I just ask you to say one thing, and then we'll let Pam say whatever she wants to say to introduce the video. What gave you the motivation to be there every day to help start Refugee Film School, Ann?
The students and the staff, and well, that came later, but the students and helping you fulfill your dream of a decade. I don't know how many people know that you've dreamt of this for a decade, and now it's reality. And that's one of the things that keeps me coming back from the beginning. And now the students and the staff also keep me coming back.
So seeing the difference that you make is what keeps you coming back. It's true. How many other people love seeing the difference that you make every day, every week? You get to see the difference that you make, and that is so gratifying. Pam, what would you like to say? You have been not only a founding member as one of the first 3 people, you, me, and Ann, but you've become a founding member client too, having monthly videos with us. So what has that been like for you as you introduce If I Were Brave?
Well, it's really special to be a part of this, and really to see it. It's not every day that you get to make a direct difference in someone's life. And I'm really honored that I got to be a part of this journey with you, Jana, and with Ann, and now all the other people who you've brought on board, and these wonderful students. So I just, I'm really excited that you decided to be brave, Jana, because I know that first step was a bit daunting, but you just went ahead and took it, and you keep taking it, and you keep on bringing so much to everybody here. So thank you for being brave.
Thank you, Pam. Dr. Pam. I'm so glad that I know Dr. Pam, everyone's favorite therapist, coach, group leader, as a friend that I can go just have a girlfriend chat with. Thank you, Pam. Today we were working on a little rhyme. You guys, I'm about to take a big, giant, scary step, and I'm looking for your support. And if you have any lyrics, any rhyming words that could go with this, I am open to free ideas. So here's how it goes. Let's see if I can get it back. In this idea that I'm going to shave my head this year, the way I think, the students already know this, Don Akers is already smiling. Those of you who know me know that as soon as I have an idea for myself, I start making bigger circles of how this ripple could go out and impact more people in a positive way. So instead of just going, hey, I'm going to shave my hair for $10,000 because we've got a $10,000 fundraiser going. I'm sure somebody will put it in the chat for you. We've got this $10,000 fundraiser. Instead of just saying, hey, I'm going to shave my hair, a little rhyme comes to me and it goes like this. Who would you shave your head for on who would you shave your head to? I got to get the little rhyme. Who would you shave your head to help on New Year's Day? Who would you shave your head to help, if only in some small way? Now, Pam, what was the other part? So some people say, that's not mine to, what if I can't do that? What if that's not mine to do? Okay. You maybe, what was the little rhymes? Let's see. But what if you're saying
It's in your backpack.
What about you who say that's more than I can do? Da 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 da. Don't worry, I've got you. Let's see. Don't worry, I've got you, honey. Click that link and just send money. So if you guys have any more lyrics from the beginning part to the end part, can't decide what to do, I've got you, honey. Don't want to shave, I've got you, honey. Click this link, just send us money. So that's how it goes. Who would you shave? Who would you shave your head to help on New Year's Day? Who would you shave your head to help, if only in some small way? We had some other good lines, but it's a work in progress, so we don't have the others. The only thing we know is, I've got you, honey. Click this link, just send money. So can you guys imagine, from this little idea I had a few weeks ago about why don't I shave my head? What if? And Rhonda Hull, you are the one that reminds me of the little phrase, it's totally possible. It's totally possible that this could be like the ice bucket challenge, but you don't have to get cold. You just shave your head. Hey, I don't have that much hair. It's not that great a loss, I want to do it anyway. Plus, by New Year's Day, I'll be at a mohawk. I'm hoping I'll do $2,000, $4,000, $6,000, $8,000, and then by 10, I'll just shave off the mohawk. But what if, Don Akers, is it totally possible that people might be willing to shave their heads to raise money for something they care about?
Sounds like it is.
Okay, so I'm putting out the challenge. And Leslie or anyone, if you can find us a few more lines, I'll make a little rhyme about it and I'll make a video. Who would you shave your head to help on New Year's?
Leslie's been working on it.
Good.
Leslie got a pencil and paper, our writer there.
We've got a lot of writers. So while you guys write, I'm going to do what would I do today if I were brave? Because Pam had a good point. What if we don't want to shave our head? No problem. It's a win-win. And this is what I call a win-win-win, a WWW win for the world. It's a win for Refugee Film School that we earn $10,000 to buy computers so we can help more students. It's a win for the world, because when we help these students, the more students we help, the more we help the world. There were 3 wins in there. I can't remember the third one, but the win for the world is the most important. So, and if somebody just wants to send money, they win. They get to change the world without shaving their heads. I will shave my head for you. All right. What would I do today if I were brave? I'm finding out if I can play the guitar, stand up, and not knock over my screen at the same time. I did it! What would I do if I knew I could not fail? If I believed with the wind always fill up my sail, how far would I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread and never lose faith even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? Now, if you guys want to sing along, you know you're invited as long as your mic is off because it's going to be out of sync, but that's okay. What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of a seed, are there miracles in you and me? If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread and never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? If I were brave, I would cut off my hair and trust that $10,000 will come in to help us expand film school to take more refugee families from refugee to free digitally. What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? We are so brave. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you guys, I am so happy this evening to be shining the spotlight that I've been so generously blessed with in my life, to be taking that spotlight and shining it on a person like Becky LeBeau. Becky, could you open up your camera and let us see the face of the woman who made sure that every student has a mentor, and that for this year, every one of these students has someone who cares about them. Would you tell what inspired you to start the mentor program for Refugee Film School, Becky?
Because I had a mentor. I had a mentor from the time I was 15. Sadly, my mentor left us about 3 weeks ago, but she made me believe that anything was possible, and also was in my corner for every step of the way of every part of my life. So she just made me believe that the most important thing you can be is true to yourself, not be afraid to dream, and not be afraid to live out those dreams. But most importantly, she made me realize how important it is to make people know that they're loved and cared about. And if we can do that, if each of these kids can have one person in their corner that cheers them on and helps them become the person they're made to be, that's the most important thing. So that is why that was my drive, to make sure that every student had a mentor that was hand selected for them. And I'm seeing them thrive. I'm seeing them thrive with their mentorship.
Jesta, I see that your camera is on. Would you tell us how it's been helpful for you to have a mentor this year? Has it been helpful for you? Would you say how?
I wouldn't really say that Auntie Vicky is my mentor. She's more like an auntie to me. At first, I really didn't expect it at all that I would have like an auntie over like in another country. And like now that I have her, it's I feel really grateful that I have her. She's so helping. Whenever like I need help, she helps me a lot in every situation.
Oh, thank you so much for telling us that. Abdul Rahman, I haven't checked to see if you can turn on your camera and if you can turn on your microphone. Everybody, I know you probably would like to see the students, and let's just go ahead and see who can turn on their camera, who can turn on their microphone, because what we want you to know is that the computers that we bought them with the $5,000 donations, those are very old computers and they don't have cameras. So it's kind of hard for the students. There's Farhan. Farhan, so great to see you. There's Farhan. There's Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman, Mr. Don, would you turn on your camera? Abdul Rahman, is your microphone working tonight?
Yeah, it is.
Abdul Rahman, how you have a mentor in Mr. Don. Would you tell us how it's been helpful for you to have a mentor this year?
Like for me, having Mr. Don is like having a brother. Like telling your feeling to others is not, you cannot say it because you might be shy, but Mr. Don, whenever he's with me, I just tell him my feelings and he's like, it's fine. And he find a way to like help me with it. Like, it's like, I think 5 or 4 days ago, I tell him a feeling that I was having some issues with something and he tried to fix it. And he made me feel happy and I was not worried anymore. So I was not scared. So that's how, whenever you have mentor, there's a way that they make you happy. So this is why I like him the most. He try his best to find a way to make me happy or give me advice on something to do.
Thank you, Abdul Rahman. Mr. Don, we call each other this for the people who are in film school 5 days a week. We call each other Mr. and Miss. Mr. Don, would you tell us how it's helped you to have Abdul Rahman as your mentor?
Thank you, Jana. With Abdul Rahman, he's like a brother. So when I have a problem, I just go to him and he always finds a way to make it better. So we're like each other in that way. And it's a great honor to be associated with Abdul Rahman.
And Farhan, is your microphone open? Could you say a few words about your mentor?
I'm really helpful for having a mentor. They could help you with studies and you could express your feelings with them.
Good. Could you tell us about your mentor? What's his name and what does he do?
His name is, I call him Uncle Jim. Okay, but he worked as a judge and he always tell me about his job and what's going on with his life.
Thanks for telling us that, Abdul Rahman. Farhan. I'm sorry. I'm doing so many things at once, plus crying. Thank you. Thank you all. So, Becky, I was going to have you introduce the video of the people who gave the first $5,000, people who gave a gift as small as $10. And I want to tell everyone who's ever donated to Refugee Film School or been a mentor or been a client, 150 people helped us this year, 150 people helped these teenagers that we love so much. And we are so grateful. These are the first people who helped us. They donated $5,000 that we could use to get started. And so we made this video for them. And so, Mr. Shashil, would you roll the video that we made for our original donors?
Hi guys, I'm just 12 years old. I'm from Afghanistan.
I'm Afzal from Afghanistan.
I'm Ali. I'm 14 years old from Afghanistan.
I'm Farhan. 14 years old. Pakistan.
Hi, I'm Michael from Iran.
Hi, I'm Abel. I'm 15 years old. From Together We Can Change the World for Good Refugee Film School.
The reason for this video is to say thank you.
In life, sometimes you don't get to see the difference that you made.
But in a refugee film school video, you do.
In just over 6 months since we began,
Here's what you helped us to do.
Since we didn't have any computers or laptop to edit,
You helped us buy used computers for film school.
you helped us buy noodles, so we didn't have to go home to eat and come back to film school to work.
Every day, at least one PC was not working, so we learned how to fix computers by using parts from broken computers that were donated to our school.
We spent 2 months learning and earning points. With those points, each of us earned a computer for our home.
Then COVID-19 came. Our quarantine was a lockdown.
No one could leave their home. Our fathers could not work.
We were worried.
We didn't have any money to pay
Rent, food, water, and electricity.
Through the quarantine, we met twice a week on Zoom calls to keep learning.
When Miss Jana started teaching free Zoom classes to connect the world to Refugee Film School,
we came on the classes and helped her teach.
Donations from that class helped our families buy food and helped us make it through.
Now, things are getting better every day.
We have been earning money for our families.
To make this possible,
We set up a Facebook group that you can join.
Together we can change the World Film School group.
When we get hired there to edit videos, it's not a hand out, it's a hand up.
Together we can change the world.
Did Leslie?
I know. And I was
There we
talking
go.
to myself. I live alone, so I was talking to myself. Yeah, this is the first time, Jana. I'm so glad that you told me about this, and I understand why you're crying. I mean, this is touching and exciting, and I am just totally not surprised at your vision that you've dreamed about this for 10 years, and here you are. It's happening, and you might end up bald. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. You know, you guys, if my dream comes true, if my next big dream comes true, that other people would also shave their heads to start the world, to start the year. I had a little rhyme that was Dr. Pam, what was it that we said today? If you shave your head, you just might find underneath a beginner's mind. What if we could start this year with beginner's mind? We all know. How about you, White Fire Feltner? You ready to let go some of that hair?
Just might. I've been thinking about it for a long time.
Hey, what the heck? What the heck? What if students, hey, Ali, you don't have that much hair anyway, right?
Yes.
Yes. Ali, can you put a camera on? Can you or Omid put a camera on tonight?
Yes, I can do that.
So you don't have that much hair anyway, but what if, look, okay, Ali, you could raise money for something. You could say, I will shave my head at the beginning of the year to raise money for something that I care about and do some good. We can all do this. We can all, not all. I don't mean it's for everybody, but for some of us, it's no great loss to shave our heads for a little while. It's not that big a deal. We could do it. So remember the ice bucket challenge? What if this could be a thing that people start the new year bald for a beginner's mind, and those who have long hair can donate it to charity. The rest of us can just throw it in the trash. But either way, our goal is to raise $10,000. Well, let's keep moving here because there's something really interesting that we've got. Have you guys seen this book? This book, I Did Not Miss the Boat. We have had such an incredible blessing at film school because the woman who wrote I Did Not Miss the Boat, who was in Vietnam when Saigon fell, and understands the way things happened there and why. This teenager was like one of our teenagers. I would like to invite Lee Tran, who went on to come to the United States and be a successful scientist. Lee, would you just tell us a couple of the things you accomplished in your life in addition to being a new author of this book?
Thank you, Jana. I was really blessed. I was sponsored by a Lutheran church with a group of beautiful people to this country. My family received so much love from every single one of the people we met in Onamia, Minnesota. And since then, I was able to go to school and graduated with a chemistry degree. So I was in the big corporate in pharmaceutical companies for 17 years. And then I have the audacity to just raise my hand for a layoff, and then starting out my business of interior decorating for 10 years. And then all of that, I walk away just so I can find my purpose in life. So it took me many years, but COVID pushed me to the point that I am gonna write the book, and I wrote the book to tell the story. And now I am giving back. I want to make impact. I want people to understand what is being a refugee. I mean, even though it's 40 years ago for me, but it's still as fresh as it's yesterday when I wrote that book. So I'm looking at all the students, and I see all of them. I see all the refugees, teenagers at my times, and they reminded me so much about myself and the tenacity, the hungry, the drive that they determine to help their family, and they mature over age. And this just beautiful, beautiful opportunity for me to be part of this. So I want to thank you.
Yes. And Kojesta, would you turn on your camera for a moment and let us speak with you? Because Kojesta is the same age, roughly, that Miss Lee was. And Miss Lee, when your family became a refugee, could we have everything in one spot here? Could you just tell us a little bit, if we could all imagine our beloved Kojesta, who was the same age as Miss Lee was when she was living in Vietnam, could you just give us a little bit of your story, what you experienced trying to help your family, and why that's so important to you to help our teenagers who are like...
Sure. So when the communists took over in 1975, I was 12. So I was probably a year younger than Kojesta. And I did a lot of unbelievable, unimaginable things under the communists. Everything was in black market. So I was trafficking antibiotic. I was trafficking gold and money for my mom. Everything is under the black market because everything is underground because the government control everything. So it's really in an oppressive society, in oppressive environment. And the another point it's adding is like we're Chinese, so we were the minority in Vietnam. So like I don't know how I think that's very common. Lots of minority live in and thrive in different country. Like I'm sure there's a lot of Chinese in Malaysia right now, and a different ethnic group. But we felt that worse. So when we lived with the communists for 4 years, and then we could not take it, and then we took our risk just to go out to the sea. So when I was in refugee camp, I was 16. And
before we go to the refugee camp, can we just go back a few more steps? What did you take with you when you left your home? Because I've seen a picture of you and your family. You must have had a lovely home. What did you take with you?
Yes.
What kind of
Almost like, let me put it in a little better picture. If you were in California and the fire burned down your house and you got wildfires or you got earthquake, it's just like that. It's only take matter of minutes that you have to left everything. You have to leave everything and flee. Now in Vietnam, it's very much the same thing. We have to leave with a bag of clothes and nothing else, and with our loved one, and the whole world just turning upside down. You don't know where you're going. You just know that you need to get out of there if you want to have a future. If you want to have a future for your children. So you have nothing. You take nothing with you except a few personal belonging, and you lose everything. You lose your right. You lose everything, and this is what all this refugee in Malaysia. That's why I am so compassionate about who they are, because I lived in their condition. I know exactly what they're going through, in fear all the time. And yeah, so you basically find that you're lucky if you still have your parents, your siblings, or your loved one with you. And everything else doesn't matter anymore. Nothing matters anymore.
Hmm. And you were sewing clothing to make money just the same way these students are editing video to try to earn money for their families in the place where they are refugees. And so that's what you were doing.
Yeah, time has changed. Time really have changed, and I'm glad it has changed in a positive way. Now the student can get a computer and be catching up with the rest of the world. But back then, my mom rented a sewing machine from an Indonesian family. And of course, like you were saying, we have those sewing machine that by foot, and we look for opportunity. We were just making clothes to supplement whatever we could get to help out the family. Just
Thank
like
you for saying that. Because that is the same thing we're doing here. In the same way that Lee was making clothing with one of those sewing machines that goes like this, that's where the idea came for teaching students to edit video. Because there are still sewing schools where girls around the world are going to a high school half a day and learning to sew on a machine like this for the other half of the day. My dream for 10 years was that students could learn to edit video, work on photos, have digital skills. And at the end, instead of earning a computer and instead of earning a sewing machine, my grandmother wouldn't want, God rest her soul, except as an antique. I want children to have a device of the future. I want them to have something mechanical that brings them into the future. I don't want Kojesta bent over a sewing machine for the rest of her life. Kojesta, would you just say some of the things that you have learned how to do in the last year?
So the past 1 year, I have learned lots of things, which include video editing, graphic designs, Photoshop, and all the other things.
Hey, editing on Canva with Kojesta is so fun because she will tell you, Miss Jana, could I give you a free idea? Miss Jana, could I control your mouse? I think I could do it a little faster for you. Kojesta and all of the students are so smart on everything about graphic design and video editing. They're better than the rest of us. They're so good, and I love this. So I'm going to do a song here. It's time for a song, and the song we need to do here is I'm Not Lost, I'm Exploring. Because when Miss Lee left her home, she had no idea how she would find her place in the world, just like these students whose parents gave up everything and carried these children to safety. These children want to carry their families into the future on the bridge from refugee to free digitally. We don't know how, but the answer to how is yes. When you know your why, to set children free with education, to help children learn to earn for good, when you know your why, the answer to how is yes. If I could look down on this path I walk from somewhere way up high, I could see the crooked road that I've come. I walked a mile with sorrow, I walked a mile with joy. Now I'm less afraid of either one. For every tear I've cried, there's a smile that I have earned. For every mile I walk, there's a lesson I learned. I'm not lost, I am exploring. Life is an adventure worth enjoying, though I may not know where I'm going. I am not lost, I am exploring. I'm not lost, I am exploring. Some people choose to live their lives on quiet avenues, while others find a place in the parade. Some like me are seekers, we take a less traveled road, believing we can find a better way. And though I get discouraged, I won't be turning back. I have joy as my compass and faith as my map. I'm not lost, I am exploring. Life is an adventure worth enjoying, and though I may not know where I'm going, I am not lost, I am exploring. I am not lost, I am exploring. I am not lost, I am exploring. Hey, you know who I want to talk to next? I would like to speak to the girls. I would like to speak to Medina, and I would like to speak to Kojesta. And what other of the girls are here? Medina is here. We may only be... Nargis, are you here? Can you turn on your microphone also? Nargis is Kojesta's older sister, and Nargis actually experienced hearing bombs outside the school, hearing explosions outside their school before they came to Malaysia. And so I want to sing a special song for the girls. Kojesta, can you open up your mic? And Medina, can you open up your mic?
Yes, Miss Jana.
Oh, there she is. There's Medina. You can't see her face tonight. But Medina, would you tell about what you've learned this year?
I learned a lot. Like editing video, design on Canva, and some After Effects. Yeah.
Good. And Medina, you know, when I asked the students who would like to be part of film school, I was only looking for 10 students, but I got 35 students. And all of them had the same ambition. They wanted to help their families. All of the students, when I asked them, why is it you want to learn editing? It was because they wanted to help their families. But Medina, you gave a different answer. What was it?
Yeah, I said, I want to edit your videos. I want to be your editor.
Yes. So she wanted not to just edit any videos, my videos. So I want you guys to know something, that when the pandemic happened, we lost Medina. We could not find Medina after the pandemic happened, because what you don't know about these students is not only did they not have computers, but one of the challenges for Refugee Film School and them getting jobs when I went there is that they didn't have mobile phones either. And so we couldn't find Medina. And so Medina was gone from us for months. But we kept saying, Medina is part of us, even though she's not here. And Medina has come back and has just come back so strong because she comes from a family of artists. Will you tell us about the kind of art you guys do at your house, Medina?
My sisters do acrylic or watercolor and oil color and charcoal.
Uh-huh. And do you remember making a video that you sent me last Christmas? Medina used a camera and actually made a how-to video. Do you remember doing that last Christmas, Medina?
Yeah, I did that.
It was so creative. These students are so creative. We have brilliant minds among us. And so what we want to do is help these students get an education. What you may not know is that for refugees parents can't work because refugees can't take a job from a taxpayer. It makes sense. They get to be a guest of that country, but they can't take a job from a taxpayer. So they can't work. And that's why these students are so motivated. I'm wondering if one of the students would open up your mic and just talk to me for a few minutes. As soon as I see one microphone go off, I'm going to know there's a student who's ready to have a little chat with me. Ali, is your microphone off?
Yes.
Ali, what's the challenge for refugee dads right now in the pandemic? For working.
Could you repeat that again, please?
Yeah, so the dads right now, so in Malaysia, for these families, it's the dads who would go out to work. But right now in the pandemic, would you tell people what's difficult right now for refugee families in the pandemic?
Yes, right now it's pandemic in Malaysia, and it's really hard here for refugee parents for us. So they cannot go and work because they don't give job right now. It's really hard for refugee families because they don't give job, and it's really hard to find job. If they find job, it's like really bad job, like very very bad kind of job, and they pay less, and it's really hard for refugee families in Malaysia.
Yes. And remember when I was there, we were talking about triple D jobs. Do you know about the triple D jobs?
No.
I remember we were talking about refugee jobs are often dangerous.
Yeah.
And dirty. And sometimes disgusting. It's the jobs that they can't find anyone else to do. And then what's a problem right now in the pandemic is there are so many people in Malaysia out of work that the refugee dads can't find work. So I want you to picture that the students you're listening to tonight, we've all seen pictures of refugees carrying their children who have left their countries, and all they can take is what they can carry, and all that they carry with them is their children. These are those children. These are those toddlers and those newborns who are in Malaysia now wanting to help their families. And so we are helping these students help their families. And so I'm going to do a song called Every Awesome Woman for all of our female students, which we don't have many, but we're wanting to find more female students for Refugee Film School. And so with our $10,000 fundraiser, that's going to make me have less hair than Ali. When I have less hair than Ali, we'll have $10,000 and be able to help more students and bring more girls in. The heart of every girl is like a tiny seed. With a little help, she can be a mighty tree. With roots so deep, she can reach for the sky. She can build a better world. She's not afraid to try. Give a girl hope and opportunity. You will be amazed at all that she can be. Every awesome woman was once a little girl with the power to change her world. Like a tiny speck of sand can grow into a pearl. Every awesome woman was once a little girl, a miracle of nature, brilliant by design. Like the summer sun, she was born to shine. Give a girl hope and opportunity. You will be amazed at all that she can be. Every awesome woman was once a little girl with the power to change her world. With education, she'll have no limitation. She can build her children's expectations. When she's given what's essential, her potential is exponential. Her potential is exponential. Give a girl hope and opportunity. You will be amazed at all that she can be. Every awesome woman was once a little girl with the power to change her world. Every awesome woman, every little girl has the power to change her world. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mr. Sashil. Mr. Sashil is the man behind the curtain. And Mr. Sashil, I just noticed that I skipped a giant chunk of the show, and no wonder I'm ahead of schedule because I skipped some things that we didn't do. So is it too late to go back, Mr. Sashil?
No, it's not too late, and we can still play Ms. Rhonda's video because we have created that video with really with our heart, and we want to show other people who have joined us, and we want to show that video. Please, if you can introduce Ms. Rhonda, and then we can play out the video. I'm ready for it.
Okay, good. So I want to introduce the author of Drive Yourself Happy and the co-host of the group that we're starting tomorrow night, because Rhonda Hull and I are loving this book called Love Money, Money Loves You, with the idea that money is all around, that abundance and prosperity are all around like air. And so we're starting a group tomorrow night. Rhonda, you want to tell about our plans for tomorrow so that you can tell what we're doing as we invite people to gather with us. So Leslie and everybody else who's here, by the way, sorry, it's a girls only thing. It's like a girls only clubhouse that we're starting. But Rhonda, would you sort of tell a little about that?
Sure, Jana, I'll let you remind everyone of the time. But I know that as part of working with Refugee Film School, I know that we have been blessed to experience so many amazing mentors, so many clients that have come to us, so many friends of Jana and friends of each of us who believe in this dream, believe in this amazing work that Jana is doing, this vision that she had that has grown over time. She planted a seed, and every now and then we want to tug on the leaves of it a little bit, but that we are wanting this to grow. And rather than pull on the seeds and make it happen and force it to happen, we really are realizing that there is great power in generosity, that we know that I, as a mentor to these students, I, as one of the adults who have donated their time and their talents and often their treasures as volunteers to these students, we recognize that although we think we're giving to them, what we have realized is the incredible blessings and bounty and gifts that we have received from them. And so, one of Jana's favorite sayings is that the life you change may be your own. That Jana and I came across this book and have so fallen in love with that concept of allowing, just loving the people right before you, loving the people in your lives, inspiring them to love the people in their lives, and that little by little, our arms have reached all the way around the world because of these students. And so, yes, tomorrow night we're starting this gathering that we're just going to come together, a group of women, and have a fireside chat that we hope will lead into something bigger and better and just as delicious and expanded in its wonderfulness for the next year. So tomorrow night, if you are interested to join us in this impromptu messy start, then go ahead and join us tomorrow. And tonight, I just want to emphasize how deeply, deeply grateful the students are, each of us are, as those who love these students. We are grateful to our clients, we're grateful to our mentors, and we're grateful to all of those of you who haven't yet found your little spot with us, but we want you to know that you're already family. That whether you donate $1 to us, whether you donate $10,000 to us, whether you donate $1 million to us, every little penny helps. And you can visit our website at http://refugee-tv.com and find all of the different ways from ordering your holiday silver lining video to pressing the donate button. Any little way that you can help us, we know that Jana, according to you, that you will find your true calling, and we hope that part of your true calling is in alignment with ours. So Jana, I'll turn it back over to you.
That's so beautiful because Rhonda came in as a client. Rhonda, do you remember what you first did with Refugee Film School? You probably didn't know that we were going to keep you in Refugee Film School for the whole rest of the year and that you would be with us 5 days a week. In case you don't know, we're with these students 5 days a week, and so is Mr. Sushil, so is Meryl, Anne, Rhonda, Becky, Mr. Sushil, and Don Akers and I have been with these students 5 days a week at least.
Right.
For months and months and months.
Well, I know that, I know that my family is incredibly important to me. And so one of the things that I started to do is reached out to film school to have them put together a video for me. The song in my family is a song, a James Taylor song that has had great meaning in our family, and Jana has a version of it. And so Mr. Sushil has done an amazing job as the instructor to these incredible students and all of us, but I gave them my handful of videos and they put it to music for me in a way that is very special to my family. So I'm eager to share that.
And Michael is the person who edited this. So at the end, Michael, if you can open up your camera and microphone, we'll let you say a few words about editing so that people can meet you and after they see this beautiful video that you edited. Okay, Michael?
And I also wanted to share that Mr. Sushil is a refugee as well.
Yes, yes. And Meryl, you know, if you turn one of your microphones off, it'll take out that sound. Okay, Mr. Sushil, our beloved student's teacher, we are ready for Rhonda's video that Michael made.
When you're down and you need a helping hand, and nothing's going right. Close your eyes and think, and soon I will be there to brighten even the darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall. All you got to do is call. I'll be there. Yeah. You got a friend. If the sky should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should.
Oh my goodness, Rhonda, your family photos. Whoa. And I want to say one more thing, Jana. It's like when I watch that video, our family is so touched by it. And what I know is that each of these students, when they left their home country, oftentimes they didn't get to leave with any pictures. And so the fact that they are making these treasured videos, that I am privileged to have photographs that I can have them put together for me, it touches my heart and it breaks my heart. And so I am just so grateful that they have added this special meaning to my family videos. And I wish deeply that they had those same photos for their family.
Yeah. Michael, would you open up your microphone and your camera if you can, so that we can hear from you a little bit about editing that video?
Yes.
Or about film school. What has it been like for you to be in film school this year?
Well, it has helped my family a lot. It has got us through a lot of things, and it just makes me a happier person. I can spend time with my friends. I can be a part of something, and at least I am helping other refugees as well by showing them that you can do it if you actually try.
Oh, Michael. Oh my gosh. You know, there's this line in one of my songs and it says, "You inspire me to live courageously." Don Akers, would you like to say something about Michael? Because you're the person who's worked most closely with Michael. What have you learned, or what would you like to say about Michael, this student you've worked with so much this year?
Well, thank you, Jana. Yeah, I would. Michael's a real soft-spoken guy, and that's because he's really kind. He cares about people a lot. And he was working with me in sales a little bit, working with customers and whatnot. And Michael's got a real good sense about people, and that's a real nice. He's like a, what do you call, a peacemaker, right? He wants people to get along. And you know, in every group that we have, anytime you make a team, you want to have people who are going for the top of the mountain. You want to have people who are peacemakers. You need both of those kinds, right? You need people to take care of the bookkeeping. You need people to do the cheerleading. So Michael's that guy on the team that makes peace with one another. It's been a real pleasure to work with him too. I think about him and Abdul Rahman. We used to have meetings in the afternoon, and they're doing the same thing for me that I'm doing for them, just as really what I meant earlier. They're creative, they're capable. I feel they feel safe enough talking to me that they can really admit that sometimes they get frustrated. I get frustrated. It's been a real honor to be with these guys and to see them grow up a little bit. They've changed. That's the one thing that I would also say is one of the real great things about being part of this is seeing them grow up. Just this 1 year, how much change there's been, and how much growth and how much learning, and how, no, there's no straight line anywhere. It's all crooked stuff, but there's huge development, huge growth. You guys should be really proud of where you've made it to, and that should give you a lot of hope for where we can go. So, thanks, Jana.
So true. I want to say to everybody, Leslie, you've known me for so many years, and you've known me in so many different ways, but what happened 1 year ago is I met these students. And I know that when I ask people if they would donate, I can see people go, "Oh, refugees, is that what I care about?" Or, "No, I'm donating to save dogs right now," or I'm donating to this and this. And I don't know if refugees is on my list of what I'm going to donate to this year. And the way I see it is I want to help kids. I want to make sure that every kid gets an education and gets a chance to have an education and gets a chance to become what they were born to be. And so it doesn't matter to me if they're refugees or if they're in Africa, in a village working at a sewing school. It doesn't matter to me. I just want everybody to have a chance and have some of those same chances I had. And I have found it's so rewarding because I just want you to know, if you think about working with one of these students or having them as your assistant this year, every tiny little drop of encouragement you drop on one of these seeds of these students will turn into a flower when you see them next. It grows a flower, and every flower you see, you know it's worth every penny, every moment that you invest in these beautiful kids. So I'm going to do a song here, and then Lee, I'm going to turn it over to you. And we are getting close to closing out the concert. So we've got 2 more songs here. So I'm going to do George Bailey, No More Waiting. I know that a lot of us have said, I want to make a difference in my life. I want it to matter that I was here. And when COVID came, we looked at our lives and said, did I do that? Did I make all the difference I wanted to make? I realized for myself that I hadn't made all the difference I wanted to make yet. And this may not be the perfect way, but this is the way that's in front of me, and I will do what's mine to do. So just the fact that you happen to be attracted here tonight, I hope you'll share it with others. Tomorrow night, we're going to have another 7 o'clock, same time, same link. If Ann says we can use the same link, we'll have to check. But no more waiting to make a difference in the world. Every December since I can remember, I watch the same movie, despite what it does to me. It's a wonderful life, but it passes by so fast. I hate to sound gloomy, but it's the story of a guy standing on a bridge, seeing all he ever wanted, all the things he never did, missing every minute of the life he never lived. Oh, I don't want to be George Bailey waiting for the right time, for a clear sign. Even if I make mistakes, it's time I do whatever it takes. I don't want to be George Bailey, no more waiting. I don't want to be George Bailey, no more waiting. Leslie Charles, I'm thinking about when you made the decision to come to Istanbul with Meryl and me and Jan Black and the other people who were there, that you decided it was a birthday that needed celebrating, and you let us celebrate with you in a place you never dreamed you'd go, did you? Leslie Charles, are you glad you didn't wait? Are you glad you went? I got my suitcase stashed in a safe place, but I never packed it. Always so distracted by this wonderful life, but it passes by so fast when I don't take action. But I can never see Paris if I never leave home. Gotta buy a ticket if I'm gonna get to Rome. Gotta get going if I'm ever gonna go. Oh, I don't wanna be George Bailey waiting for the right time, for a clear sign. Even if I make mistakes, it's time I do whatever it takes. I don't wanna be George Bailey, no more waiting. I don't wanna be George Bailey, no more waiting.
garden, waiting for permission, waiting for ideal conditions, waiting for the stars to line up in my heart, waiting for the day when I don't feel afraid. But when my life is said and done, what if that day never comes? That note is not right there tonight, but I don't care. I don't wanna be George Bailey waiting, waiting, waiting for the right time, for a clear sight. Even if I make mistakes, it's time I do whatever it takes. I don't wanna be George Bailey, no more waiting. I don't wanna be George Bailey, no more waiting. I don't wanna be George Bailey, no more waiting. Thank you. So I want to, before we do the last song, I want to bring Lee Tran back and also Mr. Sashil. Mr. Sashil, could we thank you for being the man behind the curtain, the man behind the camera, the man behind the controls? The
thank you so
man,
much.
yes, the man who brought his children out. Would you tell us about just about your family and who we are helping when we ask for your help? You guys, if you need any help editing that you think these students might not be up to yet, Mr. Sashil is a well-known photojournalist from Pakistan, and we are fortunate that he lives in Malaysia and that this makes his dream come true to be able to share what he knows with these students every day and to mentor them. Mr. Sashil, thank you. And would you just say whatever you would like to say?
Okay, thank you everyone, and good evening to everyone, and thanks a lot for being a donors and a supporter of Refugee Film School. You know, if I look at myself, I'm in the same position which these students are here right now. We are in the same boat, so I can feel their, you know, their problems and everything. I'm already in, so I can feel that part. So when Miss Jana gave me this opportunity to, you know, join film school, and so I can share my skills and all the work I've done so far. So I've spent like around 15 years in this field, and I work with the professional TV channels, and and also with a few big names. And thank God that God have gave me the opportunity to learn and learn that skills, and in that way. And now is the right time. I think it's a time where God want me to give what he gave me at that time. So now it's my time to return that skills to others. So in that way, when Miss Jana asked me to join that film school, you know, it was really like my dream come true, because when she explained me what she wants to do, and how it will work, so I was really excited at that time, because these students, teaching these students are really amazing thing, because what normally now the age they are all teenagers, and now it's the right time to teach them the right path which they should go, and it will help them to grow and mature themselves, in a better way, because here in Malaysia it's really very hard for refugees to work, and to get work and stay here. It's really a difficult thing, but thank God at least we all are moving, and film school is really helping us a lot. Not even only the students, for me also, like we all can work together. We have a workshop in the morning, and we work like Monday to Friday, and we spend few hours on doing the work together for the clients. And what I feel like, clients are really happy, and we see that we are really growing fast, and hopefully by your support will go more and will go further. And in that way, I want to thank you all again that for your support and what you have done for these students and for film school for the last year. And I request you to please continue supporting these film school. So in that way, more teenagers, more students can join in, and they can also learn the skills and they can support their families. And being a parent, I feel really happy and blessed, like these students who can support their parents. And in that way, if we prepare a few teenagers, that would be really good for not only for the teenagers but also for their families. So we are not helping only the teenagers, but through that teenagers we are helping so many families. And that will be a big achievement for us if you can continue supporting the film school. Thank you so much, Miss Jana, for the effort, for the dream which you put for film school. And from that day, everything is going past, and we are really happy that we are progressing very fast. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, thank you for this beautiful show you've put together, Mr. Sushil. I'm so thankful, and it's going out on live stream everywhere. Thank you for helping us reach the world with this show, Mr. Sushil.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, Lee, I'm going to let you say the last words, and then I'll do a closing song, okay? And I want to tell everyone, if you'd like to come with us tomorrow night, same time, Miss Anne, can we use the same link, or do we need to use 3032?
We cannot use this link, and so I will create another link that we can use, and put that on Facebook.
Okay. Hey, do you want to put it in the chat for everybody now and just use 3032?
I can do that.
Yeah. We're going to put it in the chat because we want you guys to invite your friends, because here's what by the way, Rhonda, everything's always progressing. When I was with Pam today, when we were having our social distancing outdoor lunch, we came up with the idea about how, I know what Pam was saying, that this probably is a cult. If anyone shaves their head, if people shave their head and they have a charismatic leader and they're not making money, they're asking for donations, then, and so we were laughing at it. I was saying not just a charismatic leader, but a messy, antic leader. Because I'm a messy, antic leader. If you see this curtain go down, you see the mess. Miracles are messy, aren't they, Rhonda? Miracles are messy. Miracles are so messy that's why they make that slogan, I child-proofed the house, but they keep getting back in. Am I right? Miracles are messy. So the group tomorrow night is Love, Money, and Messy Antic Miracles, or Messy Miracles, or whatever we're going to call it. But we're going to spend 45 minutes talking. And then guess what we're going to do after that? We're going to do restorative yoga with Leanne. And we are going to outsmart osteoporosis. Okay, Leanne, can you remember the lyrics that we just came up with our song of outsmart osteoporosis? We were doing this just before the concert started. What was it?
Let's see. Can you hear me? Am I muted? No. Okay, good.
I can hear you. Let's see if I can play it.
Okay. Let's see.
Osteoporosis is a downer diagnosis.
Okay. I'm listening to the recording. Sorry for the pause. Outsmart osteoporosis. I don't have the melody right. Outsmart osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a downer diagnosis. Or outsmart osteoporosis with us.
Okay. Outsmart osteoporosis. Outsmart osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a downer diagnosis. So outsmart osteoporosis with us.
So we do yoga 5 days a week, and we've wanted other people to do yoga with us 5 days a week at 12 o'clock Central. So we're gonna start so many things, but if you'll come tomorrow night, I thought of a name for the little meditation thing we do right before yoga. I kind of thought of a name for it today. A beginner's guide to beginner's mind. For people who don't know anything about meditation, but they can come. Leanne Allen, you've heard her lovely voice because she's a singer-songwriter like me. That's how we know each other. And she teaches yoga. And we do this Monday through Friday, and my body feels so good. Don, how does your body feel?
Leanne, the class is really amazing. It's a lot of core work, a lot of stuff. It's not strength extremities, but I've been an athlete my whole life, and I've been in a lot of crashes, and my back, my neck, my shoulders, it's amazing. Doing all this core stretching stuff, my ribs, everything. Get up, get down, move through your life. It's amazing. The class goes by really fast. And it's really, I think I'm a stud horse. It's really hard. Leanne has superhuman strength, so she doesn't realize that, she's doing stuff that humans can't do. But, and I make a joke, it really is unbelievably restorative. It's the best way to spend your lunch hour. So,
yeah.
And don't be scared by what Don says, because you're welcome to come as you are and do what you can. You want to treat your body with kindness. Ahimsa is a Sanskrit word for nonviolence. So we treat ourselves with kindness, meet ourselves where we are.
And every day we get to practice with Leanne, finding the balance between ease and effort. Ease and effort. What is it you say, Leanne? Finding that edge, the comfortable, what do you say?
Yeah, I just say exactly what you said. We're looking for the balance between effort and ease, or seeking the balance between effort and ease. Yeah.
So if you see it that way, yoga is an hour of practice for your mind, meditation. So we're going to do that after the group. And so at 7 o'clock, we've got Love, Money, and Messy Miracles. 8 o'clock, we've got restorative yoga. So this is the kind of yoga where you get in a pose and then you just stay there for a long time in a relaxed spot. Oh my gosh, if you've not tried restorative yoga before bed, you'll be ready.
Yeah, so, I say you'll sleep so much better after doing this. One thing I want to also say, I don't join anything, and I've been doing yoga with Leanne since I first started. I sleep better. My whole body works better. It really is. Try this. Just give yourself a gift. Try Leanne's class.
A lot of people will say, "Oh, I can't do yoga. I'm not flexible." No excuses. Give it a try. And there's something for everybody. And yoga will help you become more flexible, mentally and physically. And one of the things you might flex is the recognition that you are flexible, or something you don't really expect to gain from coming to yoga, you might gain. It's magical. Yoga is magical.
It is. Well, we're going to close this with Lee, and then I'll do our final song. Miss Lee, you are going to help so many people with your book. Thank you for having the courage to write this book. And thank you for keeping your divine appointment to find these teenagers who were the same age you were, and to make sure that every 14-year-old with no education helping their family is going to get a chance to have a good life because of you. Thank you, Lee.
You're welcome.
What is your dream for refugees right now?
Well, Jana, I want to tell you that I have been with Refugee Film School for the last 6 weeks, I believe. And every morning I see you. I see a handful of very, very dedicated leaders in this meeting with the students for 2 hours every day. I literally fall in love with everyone in the group, with every student that I met. And I am so touched with the passion that you have for all these refugees. And you were not even a refugee yourself. And you were able to understand, you were able to get to the heart of what is the problem. And for what you are doing here is more than just put food on the table. It's more than just paying the electricity. You have helped a generations of people who have no privilege, no human rights, no society rights, have no country that they claim is theirs, to become somebody, to feel their self-worth, to have confidence when on the day that they were able to settle on any country that accepting them. Because it took me a long time to find out who I am, my own identity, because of the uncertain times when you have a lot of doubt about yourself and you don't have the skill set. You always feel like you're nobody. So what you're doing here is not just giving them the support of their family, but you are helping a generation to find their future and to be able to not feeling like they're trapped, they're stuck in a society that they could not go anywhere. And those, you're saving a lot of trauma in their lives. You really condense all those times that once they're ready, they become an adult and they have all the skill sets with just a computer and an internet and interaction with people outside in the business world. So it's helping the business world people because, you know, everybody needs computer work. Everybody needs digital social media. Now it's like without that, you can't function as a business. And you also, your dollars, whatever you support, is supporting this new generation to build themselves, to be benefiting the society. When they get out, they can actually be an entrepreneur, they can own a business, they can get work, go right into work right away with no time lapse. So I really admire your vision. And I want to say that I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that you allow me to contribute something in here. I mean, I'm hoping that what I do is even just a fraction of what the people have done for me when I come to this country. And that's the only way that I can give back. And my book is just tell you that every single person, every single refugee families have a story. They have trauma and they have PTSD that's haunting them every day. So whatever that you can help them to get to the financial freedom, the sooner, the better they will be able to cope with their own identity, who they are, how they benefit the society. So yeah, to understand them, you got to understand who refugee is. And I am so grateful for allowing me this opportunity to be part of it so I can give back, I can make some impact. I'm so thankful for that.
And you are, Miss Lee, and you are. Thank you. I'm so glad you found us. So we are going to do the last song, and then we've got time for a little chat for anybody who wants to stay till 9. We will stay here and Q&A, whatever you like. Together, 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 together we can change the world. 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 Students, I'm wondering if you would do something that we do at Refugee Film School. What we do is we turn on our microphones and we say to each person in the group, "We've got this." So students, would you turn on your microphones? And we're gonna do "We've got this," all right? So I'm gonna start by saying to Omid, "Omid, we've got this."
Thank you, Miss Jana. Miss Anne, we've got this.
Thank you, Ahmed. Michael, we've got this.
Thank you, Miss Anne. Abdurrahman, we've got this.
Farhan, we got this.
Farhan, would you look for one of our guests if you can see that on your phone or whatever you're using and include our guests too? Okay, Farhan, Ali, we got this. Oh, Farhan, are you there? Did you get your mic open?
Yeah, Miss Jana. So, thank you, Miss Jana. Mr. Don, we got this.
Thank you, Farhan. Ali, my brother, we got this.
Thank you, Mr. Don. On Becky, we got this.
Thank you, Ali. Leslie, we've got this.
Sushil, we've got this.
Thank you so much. Miss Rhonda, we got this.
Thank you, Mr. Sushil. Cindy Freeman, we've got this.
Thank you, Rhonda. Miss Merrill, we've got this.
Meryl, I think you're muted.
Miss Lee, we've got this.
Thank you, Meryl. Hi, Sharon. I think we got this.
Thank you, Lee. I don't know who hasn't spoken, so I'm just going to say a name, Abdul. We've got this.
Thanks, Sharon.
Mr. Shield, we got this.
Thank you, Abdurrahman. Medina, we got this.
Thank you, Mrs. Sushil. Miss Jane, we got this.
Jean Marie, that's for you. Cheryl Miller, we've got this. Afzal, we've got this.
Pajusta, we've got this.
Thank you, Afzal.
This is Cheryl. I just unmuted. We've got this.
All right, Cheryl. Leanne Allen, we've got this. Can't hear you. Press your space bar.
Thank you. Thank you. Nargis, we've got this. You've got this.
Thank you, Miss Leanne. I'm not sure. I think everyone got called.
I think we've got everybody. Shmaya, we've got this. He's probably working there with his dad, Mr. Sushil. Together, 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 together we can change the world. 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 Thank you for coming, everybody. Are there any questions you'd like to ask of the students or anyone else?
One thing we didn't mention that the students can do for you is they can ask you every single day where the video is. And it will So eventually you'll do the damn video because they'll just ask Abdul Rahman to ask you every day. He will. So be careful what you ask for. That's my point.
So Leslie, what we're talking about is we've had speakers who have become our clients and founding members, but then they don't have time to get their video together to let us edit it.
Okay.
Don is an NSA person, and so is Leslie Charles. Lee is part of Gina and Terry's classes, so is Don. That's how we all met each other. And so Leslie has been a speaker pal for many years. Yeah. So anything you guys would like to know? Sharon, so glad you came. Anything you guys would like to ask? Most people have never had a chance to talk to a refugee. Here's your chance.
I've done a lot of talking. We've done interviews with you. I love Rhonda, and I'm just really pleased to have been invited tonight because I can see what's going on here and I can share that. So thanks to all of you.
Good. What we're hoping for this year, instead of just being editors, that the students can be your refugee assistant. And it's the refugee assistance program. They're assisting you while you're assisting them. So what we found is that in the working together on Zoom, that's where the magic happens. So instead of just having Leslie, instead of just saying, here's all my stuff, here's my stuff, go edit for me, get it back. I'll give you the critique. You edit it again and give it back. You're side by side on Zoom looking at it going, oh, let's put this here. And the student, Ali, will be saying, oh, Miss Leslie, let's put this here. And that, Ali, do you enjoy it when we get on Canva and Cogesta? Do you enjoy it when you're with a client?
Yes, I enjoy it a lot because when the client is there, we can talk to them and know their things that they want to put in the Canva, their design. It's really good. We do it on Canva on Zoom. Yeah.
And you also get questions like, students, which one of you asked this day? I remember one day, and we were talking about Black Lives Matter. And we believe at Refugee Film School that when Black Lives Matter, my friends and me will walk through those gates from refugee till free. So we want to help Black Lives Matter because that makes Brown Lives Matter too. And it makes every marginalized life matter. And we believe that the gates are going to be held open by everybody who goes through for Black Lives Matter. They're going to keep those gates open for everybody.